How has the definition and execution of power and hegemony evolved in the 21st century? This question probes into the shifting dynamics of power and hegemony in our modern world. As we embark on this journey, it's vital to understand that the conditions of becoming a global or regional power have significantly transformed in the 21st century. In this age of constant change and evolution, strategic and political factors have taken center stage. These factors carry immense weight in determining the scale of power one can muster. One such factor is the control of global money circulation. Money, as we know, makes the world go round, and having a firm grip on its circulation can give a nation-state an upper hand in the global power dynamics. Next, we have the ability to set the international agenda. The power to influence the global discourse, to steer the conversation in a direction that aligns with a nation's interests, is a crucial aspect of modern hegemony. And it's not just about the talk, but about the ability to walk the talk, to convert those agendas into actions that impact the world. The deployment of military power in key regions also plays a significant role in asserting dominance. In a world where conflicts are a grim reality, military presence can serve as both a deterrent and a show of strength, reinforcing a nation's position in the global power hierarchy. Lastly, being the center of attraction is another key element. It's about being the hub, the focal point that pulls other nations towards it, either through soft power like culture and innovation, or hard power like economic might and military strength. These conditions, when met, create a powerful cocktail that can propel a nation-state to the forefront of global power. The actor that ensures these conditions more than others, possessing more coercive power and attraction, will be able to declare its regional hegemony and become a global center of power. The 21st century has redefined the rules of the game, and those who adapt, evolve, and rise to the occasion will be the ones to watch. So, let's delve deeper into this fascinating world of power and hegemony. To understand the current landscape, we need to take a step back and look at the theoretical origins of power and hegemony. The concept of power in international relations is as old as the study of history itself. It's a complex term that encapsulates the ability of one actor to influence another, often through coercion or attraction. Hegemony, on the other hand, is a more nuanced concept. It's not just about brute force, it's about the subtle art of influencing others to accept your ideas, norms, and values as the standard. Now, let's delve into the realm of realism. Realism is a school of thought in international relations that espouses a view of power as a zero-sum game. That is, the gain of one state is the loss of another. This perspective has shaped our understanding of power and hegemony for centuries. It suggests that states are self-interested actors, constantly vying for power and influence. This view of power and hegemony has been central to the formation of nation-states and international systems. It has driven wars, alliances, and the rise and fall of empires. The realist perspective sees the world as a battleground, where the strongest survive and the weak are left to their fate. However, realism is not the only lens through which we can view power and hegemony. Other theories, such as liberalism and constructivism, offer different perspectives. Liberalism, for instance, emphasizes cooperation and interdependence, while constructivism focuses on the power of ideas and norms in shaping international relations. These theories, each with their own unique views, have shaped the discourse on power and hegemony. They've influenced policies, strategies, and the very fabric of international relations. They've helped us understand why some nations rise to power while others fall, why alliances form and break, and why conflicts erupt. Theories of international relations provide a crucial framework to understand the power relations and security policies. So, as we navigate the complex landscape of power and hegemony in the 21st century, let's remember the theoretical origins that brought us here. Since the 1990s, the nation-state has been in search of its place amid global and regional initiatives shaped by the unipolar hegemonic order. The fall of the Soviet Union and the subsequent rise of a single superpower shifted the scales, sparking a race among nation-states to secure their footing in this new world order. As they navigated this uncharted territory, these nation-states faced the daunting task of adapting to a rapidly evolving security environment, an environment characterized by complex power dynamics and the increasing influence of non-state actors. In the face of these challenges, nation-states have been compelled to redefine their roles, both on the international stage and within their own borders. This redefinition has necessitated sweeping structural reforms, as traditional models of governance have proven ill-equipped to handle the complexities of the 21st century. The nation-state's struggle to adapt, however, extends far beyond the realm of security and diplomacy. Indeed, one of the most significant challenges facing nation-states today is the erosion of their structures brought about by the twin forces of globalization and postmodern ideas. The advent of the digital age and the rise of the global economy have blurred national boundaries, challenging the very concept of sovereignty. Meanwhile, postmodern ideologies, with their focus on individual identities and narratives, have questioned the homogenizing force of the nation-state, leading to increasing social fragmentation. This intersection of external pressures and internal divisions has placed nation-states at a critical juncture. As they grapple with these complexities, they are being forced to reevaluate their identities, their structures, and their roles in an increasingly interconnected world. In this transformative process, the protection of national sovereignty, national identity, and national interests has become a paramount concern. As we move forward, it will be fascinating to see how nation-states navigate these challenges and how they redefine themselves in this era of unprecedented change. The European Union, as a supranational entity, challenges the structure, identity, and sovereignty of nation-states. With its emergence, the European Union has noticeably impacted the traditional dynamics of power and hegemony. The EU, born out of the postmodern paradigm, is a unique entity in the global landscape. As a supranational organization, it transcends the borders of individual nation-states, wielding influence that stretches far and wide. It's not just a collection of countries, it's a collective entity, pooling resources, making collective decisions, and setting unified standards for its members. This collective power has a profound effect on the structure and identity of its member states. The EU sets rules and regulations that nation-states must follow, influencing their domestic policies and, to a certain extent, their national identities. It's a delicate balancing act, maintaining national sovereignty while participating in a collective entity that inherently challenges that sovereignty. The EU's influence doesn't stop at its borders. Its collective economic strength, its unified stance on international issues, and its ability to negotiate as a bloc gives it a significant role in the global power dynamic. This collective strength allows the EU to stand toe-to-toe with other global powers, changing the traditional power balance and creating a multipolar world. However, the EU's influence also brings challenges. It has to manage the diverse interests of its member states, balancing the needs of stronger economies with those of weaker ones. It also faces external challenges, such as managing its relationships with non-EU countries and navigating the complexities of international politics. Despite these challenges, the EU's role in the shifting dynamics of power and hegemony cannot be understated. It represents a shift away from the traditional nation-state model towards a more collective, unified approach. As we move further into the 21st century, the role of entities like the EU will likely become even more significant. In conclusion, the EU represents a significant shift in the traditional framework of power and hegemony. This shift, with all its challenges and opportunities, is a defining feature of our current global landscape. What are the solutions for nation-states navigating the complex parameters of hegemony and power in the 21st century? The answer to this question lies in a blend of wisdom from the past and innovation for the future. Nation-states must first acknowledge that the game has changed. The era of singular, unchallenged power is giving way to a more complex multipolar world. This necessitates a fresh approach to statecraft and diplomacy, one that favors cooperation and collaboration over confrontation. To maintain their existence and secure their interests in this new world order, nation-states need to adapt. This means redefining their roles both internally and externally, and undertaking structural reforms to counteract the erosion caused by globalization and postmodern ideas. A crucial part of this adaptation involves embracing new security concepts and power projection strategies. Security in the 21st century isn't solely about military might, it's about economic resilience, technological supremacy, and the power to shape global narratives. Nation-states must therefore invest in their economies, foster innovation, and strengthen their information and communication infrastructures. Power projection, too, needs a modern interpretation. It's no longer just about territorial expansion or military dominance. It's about influence, cultural, economic, and diplomatic. Nation-states must leverage their unique strengths to project power in these arenas, and in doing so, carve out a place for themselves in the global balance of power. Yet, none of this can be achieved in isolation. In a world that's more interconnected than ever, nation-states must forge alliances and partnerships. They must engage with the world, not retreat from it. They must learn to navigate the complex web of global relationships and use it to their advantage. In the end, the survival and success of nation-states in the 21st century depend on their ability to adapt, evolve, and innovate. They must learn from the past, but also be willing to break from it when necessary. They must be resilient in the face of change, and bold in the pursuit of their interests. In the 21st century, nation-states must adapt, evolve, and innovate to safeguard their sovereignty and interests amidst shifting power dynamics.